Welcome to this week's episode of the Weekly Magazine. It's been a couple of weeks and we haven't announced a winner to our competition.
That's because we're at home drinking alcohol, eating turkey and generally getting fatter.
Talk about yourself.
I was
getting slim.
So thank you for all the Christmas messages. I'm sure you would have sent them anyway.
I don't think we would have got one if we never bribed them.
We would. Yeah. So we've got all the answers in this well-worn hat. So do you want to pick the winner out?
Might as well.
What? Ooh.
Oh, by the way, it was all the comments from the past 2 weeks are in this hat.
So we've got a bumper prize.
So we've got a bumper prize, and the bumper prize is this bag full of goodies.
Chock full, and I mean...
There's over 10 items in there.
Good prize.
So there's a good...
Come on.
100 odd quid.
The suspense is killing them. And the winner is... He has to do this because I can't read his writing.
Costas and Chris.
Oh, congratulations. Go on.
Let's pick another one. That's James Fortune.
Dad!
His dad!
It's me magic dad. Congratulations, James. All that lot will be on its way to you shortly. Well done, mate.
Excellent. Because you're a mate, when you receive a bag full of things you won't use,
send them back to us.
Yeah, we know you won't complain.
So with this week's competition, we're going to go back to the word of the week. Yes. So I have no idea what this is. Costas has just written this, and I've got to try and sneak it into the show if you haven't seen before. You've got to guess what the word is. Okay, if I can get it out of the envelope. Right. Let's have a look. What? Okay. That's sneaky.
I thought I'd challenge him.
Challenge them.
First word of the week.
For 2015.
It's got to be a challenging one.
And it's a stinker, yeah. It's a long word. Okay. Right. So this week's show we have got.
Finally, we managed to get hold of. This trick has been out of stock for ages, so we're going to give the ones offset.
So it's been out for a little while, but it's been out of stock. It sold so well in its first run.
Yeah.
By
Sebastien Calbry.
So that's a great thing. This is a brand new take on an old. It's not really a magic effect. It's an old gag joke, but it's something that the working magician will see the value in. But I
can't believe everyone that's seen one wanted one.
I know, they've sold it already, and that's just to me and the cameraman Don and Gary Jones. And finally, the blast from the past is going to be Ace by Richard Sanders. Okay, so enjoy the show.
Offset by Sebastien Calbry.
Yeah, we've got a performance of this, so should we have a look at the
let's have a look at it,
and we'll come back and talk about it. Right, all different, all mixed up, yeah. Simon, I'm just going to run my thumb down there anyway. Like, just shout stop.
Stop.
There, happy there?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Have a look at that. Shout to Simon, shout to the camera. Don't show me. Got it? And then just pop it back in there for me. Okay. When I say go. Right. Sorry. And okay. Right, ready? When I say go. Here we go. Go. And, oh, you put it back in already. I'm just kidding. I'm messing. What I'm going to do is terrible jokes on it. I'm going to draw something on the card, back of the card box here. Okay. Okay, I think. Yeah, did I get it?
Was that 4 of hearts?
Ace of hearts.
No. 4.
Oh. Hang on, sorry. This is the pack. Okay, so if I basically what's going to happen, right? If I do this, right, one card's going to rise up from the pack. Right, so yeah.
Oh,
so 4 hearts. So offset. I've played around with this somewhat, and it's a really clever idea.
Well, when you watch an official trailer, it looks very, very visual, and you wonder, it looks so good on the trailer. When I get it, how impressive is it really going to be?
What crossed my mind when I first saw the trailer, I was thinking it was going to be like, you know, some bits of thread that are going to snap, or something that's not going to be very reliable. It's, you know what I mean, it might break in performance.
I can't see how this can break.
And it's not now. Yeah. And the nice thing about it is, on the DVD, he shows quite a few different ideas. The rising card that you've seen is the one that we used, but there's a load of different ideas on there and stuff. And there's ways of actually, as well as doing it as a visual change, you can do it as a non-visual change as well. So you can change words and stuff like this. And it gives you enough material. Basically, you have to make up part of the gimmick yourself, which is a very straightforward thing to do. It takes 5 minutes. And once you and it gives you enough materials to make up lots of different gimmicks and stuff. So it's a really clever idea. I've never seen anything like it before.
Well, you had this at home for a long time.
Yeah.
When we first got them in and it was released, we were planning to review it then. Well, we were going to be reviewed on our first show.
Yeah, and then they went out of stock.
Went out of stock, so we didn't. So I never had a chance to play with it until yesterday. And I was really impressed with the method behind it. It's really clever.
It's genius, yeah. It's clever.
It is. It's genius, and it's so visual.
It is. There was a few people were voicing a few concerns about it when it came out, about that there's a slight discrepancy between the thing that animates and the rest of what you draw on there.
Yeah, but spectators don't notice that, do they?
Lee Smith, friend of ours.
Well, he swears by it.
Lee uses it all the time for the rising. It was Lee who told me about it actually initially. I'd missed all the buzz about it on forums and stuff. And Lee said, it's been getting great reactions for him, which is what made me sit up and take notice. Yeah. And it really does. You saw the reaction that we got. People are like, what? Wow, So for me, it's a great gimmick, well made. It's great.
No, it's great.
I really like it.
Really,
so I would recommend Offset, absolutely.
If you want something visual, Offset.
Fantastic.
I'm David Bonfadini. This is Sharp This. Let's go freak some people out. Come on.
Okay. I'll start, I think.
Yeah, go for it.
So, Sharp This is it's described on the packaging as a quick magic prank. Okay, so this is something that's been around in a different form for a while, and they've made it so it's.
I first saw it in a big pen.
Yeah. And I've seen it done with sauce bottles and stuff, ketchup bottles and things like that as well.
There's a ketchup bottle up there.
In fact, we've got one. But this is primarily for close-up magicians, okay? And
it's not supposed to be a magic trick. It is a gag.
It's a quick prank. So you can just do stuff like this, and you draw a big line on the clothes, and you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll just get rid of that for you." And it does look quite good, doesn't it?
Well, it looks good when you did it on my hand.
Yeah, I know. There's that many hairs on there. You can really see the line. So
extra bonus to the effect.
So this, I love this. I'm going to carry this around with me and have some fun with it. It's something that.
Well, you haven't put it down since I showed it to you yesterday. Even the cameraman is getting excited.
It's you get this extendable line here. Extendable line. And I think for anybody, all I would say is just make sure that you've got the right pen when you put it on somebody's clothes.
Can you imagine?
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, oops!
Let me just put this line on your wedding dress.
And they've got a £100 shirt on as well.
I've got this one.
That's your fee gone, isn't it?
So it is mine, twice double. So if you like the effect, it's really easy to do. It's a quick gag to throw in amongst your other stuff.
Do you know what's good? Because it's a Sharpie, you can have it in your pocket and it's out of the way because you can just clip it in the inside of your jacket pocket.
There's that many magic Sharpies out there now.
You'll have colour coordinated,
open
red,
your pocket,
green.
You've got 15 Sharpies. Oh, wrong one. So anyway, we digress. This has been released by Magic Ink. Vanishing Ink, which is quite funny really, Vanishing Ink releasing it. I thought so. And I highly recommend it. It's something I would definitely use.
It's a great prank, just for $18.99, buy one, have fun with it.
And it'll last a long time, well made, it'll last a long time. Yeah, so excellent. I really like it, well done. So the question that we posed last time was, when you're performing, do you have two different sets for strolling groups and for tables? Okay, we've had a few answers, and we've had everybody who's answered is a working professional, and they've offered some quite good insights, and they've also offered some suggestions of routines that they use.
There's some really good answers in these,
which is good. So I'm just going to answer for myself, and I do have two different sets. And I think it's important because when you're doing strolling, everybody's very close.
Yeah.
So you need some magic that, you know, like typically I'll use card things. I might do a coin bending routine or a copper, silver, brass routine. But stuff, it's good strong magic, but it plays quite small. When you get to the tables, you need something that's going to play for 10, sometimes 12 people. So then I would typically do some bigger routines. So maybe a 3-fly type routine. That kind of stuff, or a rope routine, fibre optics or something like that. Okay, so you want to go with James' answer there?
Your dad has got a similar response, so you must have
Magic
been
Dad.
taught well. That's it, James Fortune. If you don't know what James Fortune looks like, go on Facebook him, get a picture, and you know what Chris Congreve will look like in 20 years' time.
He's like me, but more dashing and with more talent.
James Fortune's response was, if I'm doing just one or the other, my act is similar but bigger for tables. Example, I don't do imagination coins at tables, but bunnies.
He's well known, by the way, he's a massive fan of sponge bunnies. Okay, and I've seen James talking about this on forums for many years. He loves the sponge bunnies.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he goes, if he's doing both, he limits his strolling to real close-up and leave the more expansive tricks for tables. I.e., for strolling, he will do sponge bunnies, nudist deck, imagination coins, colour monte, Bob Cassidy's chronologue, etc., etc. Similar to what you said, things that are
Colour monte, that's a great trick, isn't it?
And for tables, he will do sponge bunnies, his ambitious card routine, which involves
card to wallet.
A bit more. His chop cut, which you can't really do close up if you mix and mingling, and that kind of stuff. He gives the longer and bigger things for the tables.
Yeah. So do you want to know, Grady? Similar type of things. Yeah, I have an act that I adapt accordingly. For some situations, I drop out certain parts. So he usually does an ambitious card, sponge balls, fibre optics, coin vexed, John Allen's or John Alien's. It says here, destination box. It keeps coming up, that destination box, doesn't it?
Again?
Or mystery box case. So for strolling, he says he plays everything a little bit smaller, so sponge balls, everything's a little bit more compact. Okay. Mark, this is an interesting post by Mark Waddington. Mark says he's got 4 different sets. Okay. If he's booked purely for drinks, then he will chop and change and freestyle it a little bit. However, if he's doing tables and a short drinks, he'll do 1 set purely for drinks, and then the other 3 sets will be rotated at the tables. That's interesting. He must have big pockets.
He must. His pocket management must be really spot on. And his material must be. He must be on the ball with his material as well. Because if you're changing 1 set to another,
I've got two. I would say I've got really 2 sets for tables and a different set for strolling. And in fact, one of my sets involves no card tricks at all. And we'll talk about. We'll come back to that one week. I think we've touched on it before. So that's an interesting reply. Now Andy Nichols, I get a great contributor to the show. Andy, he basically has he's got openers, middlers, and closers. He says he doesn't have sets as such. Okay, so he's current, but then he doesn't say my current set is, so that's quite funny. He's sponge balls, card stuff. Now, Andy's a great card worker if you've ever seen him work. Sign note to wallet. You don't hear too many people doing sign note to wallet, do you?
No, you don't.
And it's a great routine. You get a lot of comedy built in with borrowing a note and vanishing it, burning it, or whatever. A 1 coin routine, a thumb tip and silk routine for kids. What your future holds, so that's the thing with the clown's nose, isn't it? Ring to box, watch still if the opportunity arises. Okay, so that's Andy's current set. Now Dave Jones gets a mention again. Hi Dave. this is an interesting point. This is the most interesting thing that's come up out of the whole thing for me. Over the years, I've met several magicians who save their best stuff for the tables when they're booked to do pre-dinner drinks and throughout the meal. I think this is a mistake, because if you perform some really strong material at the start of the evening, it makes your life much easier at the tables. They're generally keen to see you more if you've established yourself earlier.
Yeah.
That's a great point. And very often, if it's a big event, you're not going to see certain people. You're going to see in pre-dinner drinks, and you're not going to see them at the tables. So it's important, as Dave says, to have good, strong material for strolling as well. So that's a great point. Sean McCree, again, another well-known working magician in the UK. I prefer, in a normal reception dinner job, I have a preferred set for each, although I do have plenty of material to go with according to times and conditions, okay? And then he lists some of his material, so I think of card stuff, coins across. Sean's got a lot of published material, he's a great magician. Danny German.
Yeah, it's another interesting one. So Danny says, it's Danny German, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have some stuff that only works with a work surface. Tom Peterson's Marked Improvement, and also his ESP Your Pants.
Great trick.
It's really nice. Out of This World, Everybody Wins by Eugene Berger, Endless Chain, etc., etc. The rest are Sponge Bunnies, CMH, Stargazer, ACR, An Ambitious Card Routine, Crocheting with the Teeth, which is in Tarbill, Ring on String, all that kind of stuff. That work for either style. So
interesting. The tables. I very rarely get the opportunity to use a table. Any show I do, the most table space I'll take up is about this much room when I'm doing a chocolate routine. So it's very rare that you have. In this day and age, most gigs that you get to lay anything down on the table. So.
What he does say at the end is he's trying to put together a stage show, and he thinks he'll have to add some different material.
Well,
so again, you move into a different type of magic.
Yeah.
But what I will say, with this question answered, is Dave Jones' response, which is a really good one. Because I think we'll have him on the show at one stage, because
hopefully.
He's been in this business for a very long time.
He's an old man now, yeah.
He's very old. Very tall, very clumsy, but we'll have him here.
We'll
have to move anyway.
Have you seen what he can do with a pack of cards?
Yeah.
You can't walk down the street with him. Dave's great.
And his insight is very insightful.
He's one of the most knowledgeable magicians I know, and he's been asked to be an advisor on quite a few shows, including Dynamos and people like that, TV stuff.
And we're getting to do an interview as well.
Get him in. So some great answers, thank you very much. Now we've had a question posed by a viewer for next week's show.
It was posted on our YouTube channel. That's Don the cameraman. No idea how he managed to drop.
Knocking stock over.
Stock over.
So the question was, do you perform whilst people are eating? Okay, so if you'd like to get in touch with the answers for that, do you perform while people are eating?
And if you've got a question, send it in.
Yeah, and if you have got a question, send it in, that's great. So that's the question and answers for this week. Thank you very much. So the blast from the past this week is Ace by Richard Sanders. Just going to do a very quick performance of it for you. Costas, can I borrow your hand? Oh, perfect, thank you. So I've got
like magic.
Just like magic. Got 4 cards here. So we've got a joker, right, which I'm just going to leave here like so, and right, another joker here, and I obviously jokers as well, right?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen? Just with a little touch, they're going to change. Would you be impressed?
Very.
You would. Did you feel them change? See, mine changes, and all 4 aces.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Ace by Richard Sanders. Now this is another one that took the magic community by storm, didn't it? Everyone was talking about Ace. The distributors were selling out, and they've been out of stock for a long time. They've got more in stock, and it deserves it. It's a fantastic packet trick.
I like Richard Sanders' magic.
What I like about
I still
it,
perform some of his material.
it's simple and visual.
Yeah.
There's nothing too convoluted about his magic.
When we were earlier in the show, when we were talking about strolling tricks and table tricks, this is a perfect strolling trick.
Yeah.
Okay, and because you're starting off with apparently 4 jokers, you've got a reason for keeping it somewhere rather than in a deck, so it gives you a brilliant sort of reason. So it's a great strolling trick. It's quite straightforward to do.
The reactions are really good on this.
The reactions are good. The reset's virtually instant. So I mean, it's a bit like NFW and double back and stuff. You're getting a big bang for your buck, really.
If you like packet tricks, you'll definitely like Ace.
I think that's that's about the best thing you can say about it, isn't it?
What else can you say?
No. If you like the effect, so basically what you're getting for your money, you get a DVD with loads of different variations, handlings and stuff, and you get the cards made up, ready to go straight out of the packet. Okay, so you don't have to add anything, there's no crafts or anything like that, it's all ready to go. Richard's a great teacher.
He's a phenomenal teacher. He's very clear, he's concise, and he explains it really well.
And it's reasonably priced as well.
It's only $14.99.
Yeah.
And unlike some packet tricks, there is virtually no sleight of hand. There's no Elmsley counts and all that kind of stuff. What you do need to use to perform this trick is very simple.
Yeah.
It's not difficult stuff.
It's quite a quick, simple thing to learn.
So don't worry about needing to know any of these sleights and stuff.
You need a couple of sleights, and you need to learn the sequence to do the moves. But hey, that's what magic's all about, isn't it?
That's it. Yes, there is sleights, but like a lot of packet tricks, you might need an Elmsley count. Not a lot of people.
It's not a big, long, convoluted thing to learn. So it's quite easy. It's quite straightforward. So
highly recommended.
Recommended a good price for what you
get. If you don't own it, we'll be waiting for your order. No, if you don't own it, contact your local dealer and get hold of one.
Yeah. So that's Ace by Richard Sanders. Thank you.
A couple of bits and pieces before we leave today. We're putting the final packages together for the Christmas offer. We had far more than I ever expected, and thank you for everyone for placing your orders with us over Christmas. The remaining ones will go out today and tomorrow, and then that will be it. The offer is gone, won't be back until the end of the year. I'm presuming it will be even better than last year. Don't know how that can be possible. We're getting ready for Blackpool.
Yes,
we've already
got some work to do. Got a few new releases for Blackpool coming up.
Yeah, we've a prototype went missing in the post and it arrived today. So we're
watch out for that. This could be quite exciting actually. We don't say too much more at this stage, other than if you like mentalism, and it's a utility prop that I think you're going to enjoy. Yeah,
we're going to decide this week if it's going to be a Blackpool release or not.
Watch this space.
We got on the website today. Our next release going to be available to ship out in a couple of weeks. It's an under effect by Gary Jones in collaboration with Top Secret Magic, Malcolm Norton.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of your mind.
Out of your mind.
If you've ever seen Gary lecture, you've probably seen him do this, and I guarantee he would have fooled you with it, because he certainly fooled us.
Even when he explained it to me, I still thought, how is it possible?
There's a lot of thoughts gone into this, and Gary's been working on it for many years.
Titanus did the trailer and he still has no clue how it works.
Does he not?
No. And I'm thinking, well, actually,
you'll have to buy one.
Buy 2.
Buy 3. Yeah. So that's the new release. That's going to be out
in a couple of weeks.
And yeah, we've got 3 or 4 things to show you at Blackpool that are going to be new. The question: do you perform whilst people are eating? If you'd like to comment on YouTube or on Facebook or on the website,
wherever you see this video, don't forget subscribe to our YouTube channel and to be notified immediately when these shows are available.
And remember the word. See if you can pick out the word of the week in there. What's the prize for the word of the week this week? I'll
figure something out. I'm sure everyone that's received the prize is really happy.
Yeah. So it's going to be £5 worth of magic, yeah?
I'm going to make it 6 this week.
£6, well done. Excellent. All right, so I think that's it then, isn't it? That's it for this week. Have a great week. See you next week. Cheers. Bye.
what's your name, please? Howard, and your name, please?
Leo.
Leo. Howard, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to spread the cards out in front of you. I want you to look at one card. Actually, so you don't both think of the same card. You go for a red card and you go for a black card. Okay. Make sure you see the card. So I'm going to spread them out. Get a red card in your mind. You got one?
Yeah.
You have a red card in your mind. Just in case you think I know where your card is, I will mix the cards up. Leo, I want you to get a black card in your mind. Get one in your mind. You got one? You got one? So you have a black card, you have a red card. I'm going to go with yours first. What's your name, please?
Jasper.
Jasper, hold your hand out like this for me, please. Hold on to the pack. That's great. Concentrate on your card. I'm going to try to feel where your card is. Don't forget, it's in your mind. Oh, I'm getting close. Oh, yes. For the first time, name the card you're thinking of, please. Okay, so you have a card in your mind, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so Leo, name your card.
Oh my God! Wow!
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
King of Hearts.
Do you know what? This is your card, the King of Hearts, the one you're actually thinking of. Okay, you're thinking of a card, aren't you? You're thinking of a card. Yeah. Okay, right. So, no, I know it's not here. It's not there, is it?
No.
It's not there. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Name the card you're thinking of.
Queen of Spades.
Turn it over. The card you're thinking of.
That's Joe.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done.
Have a great day.
Thank you.